So going to Cleveland, like, of course, you get to see young LeBron.
Yep.
What could you like see at that time that you knew kind of set him apart from some of those other people that he was being compared to, both in the league at that time and even other, greats, before?
His basketball brain. His basketball brain. He was young, so like his social brain of knowing what's going on, the ins and outs of how life is going on around him, that wasn't formed yet. Right. His views and perspectives, that wasn't formed yet. But his basketball brain was amazing. Like, his understanding of how to have basketball conversations and to interpret them to make it make sense for him.
Right.
Because what I like with Bron is that when he came in and everybody was giving him everything, like he sat on the plane and talked to older guys. He talked to David Wesley.
Right.
He may talk to Allen Henderson because those guys have experienced certain things in the league as a role player or maybe as a different position player that he may not have a chance to experience or hasn't had that chance to experience yet.
Right.
So that's what sticks out to me, man. And it may sound a little bit weird, but is a guy that comes in with all of that, he takes the time to understand what's come before him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's setting himself up to be successful, and that's what he did. I mean, we 19 years later. I mean, I was his third year in the league, so we're 16 years removed from that time period.
Yeah. Yeah, longevity is crazy. So seeing that, of course, y'all get to the Detroit series, you get hurt, but of course you see you guys lose the first 2 games, win the next 4. LeBron has the, crazy 25 points, or I guess 25 out of 28 or something like that. So guys get to the finals, you know that you're playing San Antonio.
Yep.
What is that mentality like going into that series? Do you kind of like, okay, we got to shock the world? Is it like you down on yourself even though you at the final? Like what's going through your mind at that point?
Well, we had some days in between, and I was getting injections in my foot like before each game. So I was getting a Novocaine and something else in my foot to make it numb so I couldn't feel the pain. So we had a couple days, maybe more than a couple days before we actually played San Antonio.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm getting ready to get healthy. We going for a chip.
Right.
Like we are going for it. But I wasn't really healthy.
Right.
I wasn't really healthy. So, but our mindset was, yes, it wasn't necessarily going to be an upset, but we had what it took to win a series. Mike Brown, who was our coach, had just come from
former San Antonio.
Yeah. The things that San Antonio were running, we were running the exact same thing. So we understood what they brought to the table. It was a matter of how consistent we could be to actually win the series. And we played decent, right? We played decent. We didn't play well enough to win a game, but we played well enough to be in all of those games.
Right. I was going to say, you guys didn't really get blown out in any game.
No, we didn't get blown out. We didn't get blown out. And just, shout out to those guys. I mean, I played the first 2 games, and I had to shut it down. But yeah, we were in the series, but we couldn't win a game.
Right. Hey, San Antonio, look, that they were running a pretty well-oiled machine by the time 07 got there. So following season, you move on, you get traded again to Chicago. Is that feeling any different getting traded the second time versus the first time?
No, because I needed to change.
Okay.
Like, I needed to change. During that time, during the 06 season, I lost my brother.
Right.
So Cleveland was one of those foggy places for me. Like, anytime I would get on the road, I would get in the fog. Anytime I'm driving to the practice facility, I get in the fog. Anytime I'm going to the arena, I get in the fog.
Yeah.
It was like, it was just on me.
Right.
So I needed a change and didn't really know how to express that, of like what was really going on.
Right.
But riding those same roads that when I heard, that I lost my brother was like tough.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that at the time. So when I'm like, I got to get out of Cleveland. I don't know where I need to go, but I have to get out of here. It's not, anything on LeBron or the team or the city.
Right.
It's like I need a change. So that's really what that was. So it wasn't anything like real basketball related. I was just looking for a place where like I could like, spread out again.
Right. Now, did you get it like say so in it being Chicago, or is that just kind of where it ended up being?
Well, you kind of know. And as a player, I mean, I was making a lot of money. So a team's not going to trade for you if you're not like willing to go, or you got some sort of, plan in place to, to make it make sense.
Right.
So I think Chicago for me was good because it was closer to home. You know, I love being in Chicago, so it made a lot of sense at the time.
Gotcha. So, of course, after that, you get to move on to a couple different teams. Are there any of your former teams that you feel like more closely associated with, or that you kind of identify with more than others?
Yeah, I think I'm more tied to the Wizards and then the Wizards and then Cleveland. I mean, those two teams. Even though Golden State has been great, I mean, I got great guys and I still got fans out in Golden State, man. So Golden State was a blessing for me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like the teams, when we talk about great fan memories and winning moments and things like that, those two teams, coming into place with Washington, because I love the city so much and it brought so much. Was able to sign a deal after that. So,
right.
And then Cleveland, we made it to the finals, won a bunch of games. Played with Bron, so we were on TV all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got my Nike deal because Bron was, next to Bron. They got to see Nikes next to Bron. So Cleveland was good too.
Yeah, we always celebrate securing the bag on
That's
the
right.
price check.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Gotta love that.
Yes,
so,
sir.
When you got to the end, like same way we talked about, like that welcome to the league moment, is there like a moment specifically where you like, okay, might just be time to hang it up?
Yeah, for me, is when I was really thinking about the next phase of like business life, or things that I wanted to do outside of basketball. And then we had another lockout. Right. And I was going to Orlando, and I was spending more time on my business venture that I was spending like thinking about the scouting report or going to train or going to work out.
Right.
So I kind of started feeling it at that point. It's like I'm spending more time. And then I was on a veteran deal. So I was like, I'm already making that with I did well for myself. So right. I'm already doing that. So I'm just really just kind of just like being here.
Right.
And that was kind of the telling point for me is like, where's my focus at? Where's my mind at? And, I'm gonna be real with myself. It's not really on, playing basketball right now. Like my kids, I got daughters that are getting ready to go to high school. So like they're growing up. Like it's time to jump back into the home life and the family life and do something different.
Right. So you got 4 kids, right?
Yep.
2 girls, 2 boys?
3 girls and 1 boy.
So outnumbered in the house now.
Oh yeah. We fight, baby. We fight. Right. we fight tooth and nail.
Now, obviously your oldest son plays basketball, your daughters both play basketball. What is that like, getting a chance to be able to kind of teach them some of the things that you've been able to learn in your career? Well,
it's all about life. Like basketball's taught me life. Yeah. So we talk about basketball, we talk life. We talk about adversity, everything that comes with, trying to make a team or trying to accomplish a goal, to win a game. That's the same things that happens in life. So if you get frustrated with losing the game, you get frustrated when there's a challenge, you didn't complete a project, or, your manager got on you for some sort of reason, you're going to fold.
Right.
So even though we do basketball, man, we talk life all the time because, again, man, I'm 42. I played till I was, 32. So I've almost been – it'll be 10 years here in January.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I understand that you can't play basketball forever. And those are the sort of conversations that I have, not only with my son, there's a professional league for males and also females as well.
Right.
But I had those conversations with my daughter as well.